get national discussions on the economy because of every indications we would see as far as the economic indicators are concerned. We now they in a situation we say repeatedly with the CC will continue for see high inflation as it is now with inflation they are well in the over 50 or 55%, currently, which is very, very high. We don't seem to get any mechanism for control prices. We currency continue for depreciate against other currencies, where they make them very, very difficult for we as a nation. We don't seem for the control government expenses and expenditures. And the fact of the matter is revenue just not forthcoming. We're not able to raise enough revenue for address, the level of expenditure where we see government they undertake. And as a result of that, we're highly indebted right now as a nation. And we don't get to a point also by March 1st, where they get a finance act where it come into effect, where we feel say go stifle businesses further and we go make life even more difficult for we. And now we also see introduction of levies them on the toll, we go just add to the already difficult economic situation we will find ourselves in as a nation. So now you look at the situation, we'll not raise enough revenue, we'll get tariffs then they high, basic prices of commodities they high repeatedly, uncontrollably, tariffs for electricity don't become astronomical, tariff for data don't become astronomical. So the economic burden on the people is very, very high. And as a nation, if we continue this way, with the introduction of the now new charges where they talk about toll, the coming into effect, the Finance Act, and the removal of the 5% subsidies on rice, we get for shoot up the price further. Believe you me, very soon this economy goes spiral out of control.
When you talk to government officials, they always tell you, see, this not limited to saloon and forces them they pull the government from waiting they want for achieve at the end of the day. As always, this is not a global issue.
We know we all they are as Sierra Leoneans, and I always. That is why I begin my statement say if finally we'll get discussions and we're on our economy. I mean, this idea that every time we want to discuss national issues, will they begin for side countries them outside of Sierra Leone? No. Look, with economic indicators not favorable. If you look at even the last IMF review on Sierra Leone, except if you want for being denial, and this is not just something we government for be shy about. This is not something where they affect we all. It is serious. The IMF last review on Sierra Leone not been favorable. Look, we debt to GDP ratio that this country right now, it is above 80%.
Okay.
It is above 80%, and these are things where investors they look at. These are things where people we want for can invest into this country go look at for see what's in our government ability for able for pay back their debt.
Sidi, Yayah, Tunis, we need to go for a break. We'll come back to you. You continue to respond to that question, Sidi.
Yes, I mean if you look at the budget, for example, we then present to Parliament in December, by even the projection of the Finance Ministry, where they say we don't even get answers for able for control with foreign with currency. Then they project say by 2025 the dollar could all reach 3.2 million. So which means we get for the Leone could continue for depreciate, and we know they export enough. We've paid so much attention to logging. Not only that, they cause environmental issues for we as a nation. We don't now see that itself not sustainable. So I mean, in all of this, as up to you, what we are saying, Where economy they in bad shape, and that is why we continue to see rise in prices of commodities, then basic commodities. Then today, rice is over 870, for 50 kg bag. How many people go able to afford that one day? So it don't tell you now, say, in this country, your minimum wage not able to buy you a bag of rice. That is very, very difficult. You look at electricity tariff, a day high. In 2018, when you buy 100,000 top up, it give you 53 units. Today, you buy 100,000, it only they give you 12 units. And this is the problem. When this administration come, then we say, then the tariff will be they pay a high. They go negotiate. Indeed, they're able to bring the tariff down where they pay to car power, for example. Then bring them down, which is a good thing. But what did they do? Then come, they don't negotiate, reduce the tariff, but then they can't ace the tariff on we. Now, the question which some of we they ask is, when I reduce the tariff, when I negotiate, which is good for us, so we go expect, say, when I go reduce we on tariff, or they pay our citizens, but no, there is a. But with all of this, we're still indebted to car power by over 40 million. So what is happening? Somebody, they mismanage the tariff or they pay for light. Is it that the money not enough for let them able pay car power, or is it that somebody not they pay car power at all? So now waiting they happen to we. Will they pay exorbitant of money for top up? When you don't top up, you meet her for get light. They get light. And now you are also forced to go buy petrol or diesel for your generator. That is, if you get generator, so it's double expenditure. You come to tariff for data, it is the same. Tariff for data don't become astronomical. Tariff for telephone don't become astronomical. Okay. So even for communicate self now, they become difficult. We're in a situation now where we country, they become unaffordable. And we just not seem for the get answers from this government.
Now, Sidi, quick up to you. On the EDSA issue, you make mention of the price high. But when you talk to EDSA, then he always tell you, say, people in the thief, then the thief light. I even see a headline where the minister, they beg the public for the thief light, for stop for the thief light. And then they also blame the loss. Government agencies, perhaps, they pay them. But when you talk to the public again, they go tell you, say, when you buy perhaps 300,000 top up, then they only give you maybe around 20 to 30 units or less than that. You think, say, what is actually responsible for the complaint of EDSA or from the complaint from the public?
There is no correlation between thief light and the tariff where they charge me and you for electricity. Correlation are they between them. For then now like we they put mechanisms in place for stop theft everywhere. You understand? A corruption issue that one day. If people they thief light. We need for putting mechanisms for go after such people, because nobody know for support them kind move then they. Nobody know for even support anything with illegality as far as service to this nation concerned. But then they not get any correlation with waiting and they charge me and you for tariff for electricity and for even data. Waiting they happen is the fact that there is desperation on the part of government for make them able to generate revenue, for finance the expenditures, government expenditures, which is because we revenue stream don't reduce. We not get much from the mining sectors. We are not exporting much, so we're not even able to generate enough revenue for address our recurrent expenditures, or let alone we talk about capital expenditure.
Okay.
And with time for all of the inner roads in Freetown and all of the district headquarter towns them, where we do now being with we own revenue we'll be able to generate as a country. Not to be donor money them we use for make their roads and where you see Nabu, Kenema, Kabbalah, Makini, Freetown and other places. No. That is not happening under this government. That is why we take this issue very seriously, because we see, say, where economy continue for good, and now that make I emphasize now, I say, it is time for us, government, all stakeholders, for let we really sit down and get national discussion on our economy.